Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to TTV News with some last events in our province, and I will come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, Tây Ninh City People's Council has just concluded the 10 sections and set out goals and directions for the cultural and socio-economic development tasks and national defense security missions in 2020. The meeting also elected members of the City People's Council. At this section, delegates spent a lot of time reviewing the reports and approved about 9 draft resolutions at the meeting. These resolutions are important to facilitate the promotion of the socio-economic development of the city in the coming term. Specifically, it's a resolution on the socio-economic development plan in 2020, resolutions on estimated state budget revenues in the localities and expenditures in 2020, resolutions on public investment plan in 2020 from city budget. Speaking at the closing sections, Mrs. Hồ Tuyết Huỳnh Mai, Vice Chairman of the City's People Council, suggested that after the meeting, the City's People Committee would be interested in receiving the suggestion of delegates mentioned at the meeting, identifying propaganda to create consensus and unity in the actions of both the political system and the people in order to overcome difficulties and limitations, promoting the broad momentum achieved to well implement the objectives and targets of the socio-economic development in 2020. And ladies and gentlemen, the attracting of foreign investors continue to expand significant achievements and progress of disbursement of corporate investment faster, contributing significantly to promote industrial development and economic growth of Tây Ninh province. According to Tây Ninh Department of Planning and Investment, in the period of 2015 to 2020, the attracting of foreign investment increased more than 3 times compared with the 2010 and 2015 period. In particular, in recent times, Tây Ninh has attracted a number of projects with a large scale of investments. These projects have financial progress very rapidly, contributing to the socio-economic development of the localities. The report of the Tây Ninh Provincial People's Committee also has announced that after nearly 5 years of implementing the socio-economic plans of 2015 to 2020, through facing many challenges, but the socio-economy in the province has continued to grow. The province economy is stably developed and economic structures have been in the right direction. The regional economy achieved a good growth rate. In addition, the environmental problems have also got the attention of the business. 100% of the operating industry jobs in the province have built wastewater treatment system and operated well to ensure that wastewater is treated to meet the described standards before discharge into the environment. And Tây Ninh province is trying to fulfill its goal of becoming an industrial province in the period from now to 2020. In addition, the province will focus on directing agricultural development towards clean agriculture and organic agriculture, increasing the value chain in agricultural production. Along with high-tech agriculture, Tây Ninh is also concentrating on developing trade, service, and tourism commensurate with its potential available advantages and making tourism an important economic sector. And according to the relevant functional departments, to the end of 2020, Tây Ninh province will have been achieved the 5-year plan target. Most of the main products of the province in the first 11 months of the year have fairly high production output over the same period. Specifically, sugar of on coins increased by 39.06%, types of shoes increased by 9.7%, and Thai and instantin of on coins increased by 15.13%. Clothes upon ties increased by nearly 6%. The industry has grown well and contributed significantly to local economic growth. The proportion of industry in GRDP in 2015 reached about 29.3%, expected to reach about 38.4% in 2020. The average growth in the period of 2016 to 2020 will reach about 15.8% per year. The industry continued to grow with more diversified industry, especially attracting a number of large and high value-added projects, which many have begun to contribute mainly to the province's annual GRDP growth rate. And from now to 2030, the province will give priority to developing a number of industries, such as producing refined products after processing agricultural, forestry, and aquatic products, clean energy industry and renewable energy, processing and manufacturing industry to serve agriculture to meet international standards. The province continues to develop textile and footwear industry and attract more investment in industrial parks and clusters. And during the 2 days of meeting, the District People Council considered approving the resolutions and approval on dismissal and additional election of District People Committee Commissioner, perform questions and answer questions. In 2019, the Bến Cầu District achieved about 13 over 16 targets. The total state budget revenues in the province is over 90 billion Vietnam dong and gaining more than 115% of the resolutions set out. The local health target programs ensure good implementation. Cultural, social, health, education, and job creation activities are always taken care of. The social security and welfare are always guaranteed. The whole district reached about 133 over 152 criteria for building new style rural area, accounting for 87.5%. The district has maintained 4 new rural communes of Long Khánh, Long Phước, Long Thuận, and Long Chữ. Particularly, Lệ Thuận commune basically reached about 19 criteria and is preparing documents to submit to provincial departments and agencies to appraise and recognize a new style rural standard in 2019. The situation of security and order on the borderlines and social safety and order in the inland have always been maintained stably. And ladies and gentlemen, the Bao Dong Fruit Cooperative has been launched in order to improve the operation quality of the organization of management, effective exploitation of production types, product consumption, and job creation for the local laborers. The Bao Dong Fruit Cooperative was established with 27 members and 40 hectares of production land led by Mrs. Phạm Thị Nga, chairwoman of the board of directors of cooperative, with a charter capital of over 30 million Vietnam dong, producing industries such as manufacturing, trading, purchasing in seedlings, such as representatives to sign products underwriting contracts with purchasing companies. The goal of the cooperative is to have farmers in the area to sell goods in the most beneficial way, such as for farmers to consign goods or sell goods to help farmers in order to create stable output, secure their products, exports, and economic development. The estimated profits of Bao Dong Fruits Cooperative in the first year is nearly 14 billion Vietnam dong, and from the second year onwards, profits will increase from 10 to 20% per year. The Vietnam Environment Administration, in collaboration with the Asian Center for Biodiversity, held a ceremony to award an honor for newly recognized Asian heritage parks of Vietnam, including Logo Sa Mat in Tây Ninh province. And the Vietnam Environment Administration and the Asian Center for Biodiversity organized a consultation workshop of the establishment of Vietnam Asian Heritage Park Network and ceremony to honor 4 Vietnamese sites recognized as Asian Heritage Parks. The 3 national parks and the nature reserves in Vietnam were added to the list of Asian Heritage Parks, including Pi Đập Núi Bà National Park in Lâm Đồng Province, Vũ Quang National Park in Hà Tĩnh Province, Logo Sa Mat National Park in Tây Ninh Province, and Ngọc Linh Nature Reserve in Con Tum Province. The recognition of 4 Asian Heritage Parks has took Vietnam's number of Asian Heritage Parks to the number of 10, bringing Vietnam to become the country with the most Asian Heritage Parks in the region. Logo Sa Mat National Park is the largest forest area in Tây Ninh Province, accounting for 26% of the total natural forest cover of the province. The animal population of Logo Sa Mat National Park has not been well studied. Currently, there are a number of species of conservation concerns such as the black-shank langur, Indo-Chinese silver langur, and red-faced monkey, horse bear, red wolf, and yellow wolf. The Asian Heritage Parks program aims to preserve biodiversity and regional and international importance, contributing to raising environmental awareness and education, expressing the aspiration of the peoples of Asian member countries on the conservation of natural resources towards sustainable development. And that's all for the news of today. Thank you for joining us and see you more next time.